Hi, I'm doing a quick impromptu live Facebook video, hoping my dogs will not be barking at whatever my neighbors are doing during the process. But I wanted to do kind of a quick and dirty video showing how to set up the Meta or Facebook pixel for your Kickstarter ads. This is something I know a lot of authors struggle with because it's a little bit more technical, but running effective Kickstarter ads hinges completely on doing this correctly. So here's a step-by-step video. I'm going to walk you through it, and then I'm going to post written instructions once the live is over. So you're going to start by going to your events manager, which I'll link in the written instructions. It's business.facebook.com/events_manager2, for some reason, the numeral 2. And that will bring you to this screen. Now, it's going to probably default into your personal account, which you don't want because you're not going to have all of the features available on a personal level account. Everyone has a personal level account, even if you don't use it. It's required by Facebook. If you're running ads as an author, you should really have a business manager. And if you want to run ads to Kickstarter or Shopify, you 100% need a business manager. You cannot do it properly without one. So if we need a follow-on lesson later on how to set up the business manager, we can do that. But this is going to assume you already have one. So you're going to want to make sure you are in an account associated with your business manager up here. Again, if you're not in the right place, it won't work. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come over to the left and click this connect data. You're going to choose web. So here's all my active pixels for this account. You're going to click create a new data set. Now, it's very important you uncheck this box so you don't get roped into accidentally paying for a really expensive and unnecessary partner integration that will kind of ruin everything. It's something I'm really mad about that Facebook has done because it tricks a lot of people. So uncheck that box. I will name this pixel, I'll just name it test, I'll name it teaching pixel, just so you can see the whole flow. So just name it whatever. You'll notice in the background here that I do have different pixels for different things. So I have a Shopify one, I have one for my website, and then I have a few different Kickstarter pixels. So the Luna's Kickstarter pixel is anytime I'm doing my fantasy fiction, I'll use the same pixel. You can, you don't have to. But I also have a tarot and an ads Kickstarter, and those are such drastically different audiences from my fiction that I have them separated out. So here we have the teaching pixel. I'm going to hit create. The suspense. Some ad accounts are not showing. Okay, so we're going to choose the ad accounts we want to connect. Luna is what I'm currently in. It's letting me choose some of my other accounts as well. I'm going to go ahead with the correct one, Luna. All right, now it is there. So you can see, okay, so it says set up with Shopify, see other ways to set up. We're going to set up manually and hit next. Okay, so conversions API and metal. I'm going to hit Meta Pixel only just so that they don't sneak in the partner integration, which they are want to do. Okay. All right, and just have to copy the code, hit continue, and I'm going to hit done. So I didn't actually do anything with that code because it's assuming that I'm putting it on a website, which I'm doing it a little bit differently because of Kickstarter. So the next step, I have the teaching pixel selected. We're going to go to settings. Alrighty, and I'm going to scroll down. So this is another area where they trick you into using their pricey partner integration. That is 1000% unnecessary. So even though it has a big recommended and it's called Conversions API, which is what we want, we are ignoring this and we're going to set up direct integration right here. Set up with Dataset Quality API. And we're going to click Generate Access Token. And I don't need to do it for every pixel I've ever created. I just want it for the teaching pixel. Okay, these are already onboarded. Great. Okay, so I'm going to generate the access token. All right, so here's that. All righty. And here is your pixel ID, dataset ID. They change things around a lot. So it's the pixel, but it's also the data set and it's also the event. Like there's a lot of interchangeable lingo here. So my next step, now that I have those parts done, is I'm going to come into my Kickstarter and the promotion tab for my pre-launch Kickstarter here. This is my Tarot Kickstarter. The meta pixel ID, that is the dataset ID on the top. So after you create it and go to settings, your dataset ID is here. If you click it, it will copy it, and then you're just gonna paste it into here. The Conversions API access token, that is the thing we made down here. So click it, copy it, drop it in, and then you're gonna have it save. And then that part is set up on Kickstarter's end. So what that has just done is, well, stay in the call. I create an empty call so you can see me and my screen at the same time. That's my cheapo hack. So with just this process, you have what you need to run live Kickstarter ads, which you're going to do as a sales or purchase conversion ad. If you want to run pre-launch ads, these are going to be lead ads, and there's an additional step. So to run lead ads, you're still in the settings tab here, and we're looking for event setup. So it's close to where the API is. So event setup, open event setup tool. Okay, now you're going to put in the website of your Kickstarter. This is going to be the pre-launch page. It's not going to be a preview page. It's going to be the link that will be that anybody that you send to the site will see. So I'm grabbing this from my tarot page since it's the example I'm working with, dropping it in, and then hitting add events. Because I haven't installed the pixel, it just checked and it's like, hey, this pixel you just created is not actually on this page. So we can't do anything. So this is a good check if you did the first steps correctly. I'm going to go to the pixel that's installed on the tarot page because I'm running ads. I don't want to change it to the test example. So I'm just switching where I'm showing you. So we're going to go to the event setup tool. Boom. And we're going to put that same link in there. And this one does have the pixel on the page, so it's going to show up. And you can see I already have it set up, but we're going to pretend I don't. So you're going to hit track new button up here in the top left, and you can see here's all the stuff you can track. Obviously, readers, viewers aren't going to see all your admin stuff, but what you're really looking for is this notify me on launch button. It's grayed out right now because I've already set up this event, but otherwise it will be in a blue box like all of this stuff. So we're going to pretend this project we love badge is the button I'm tracking. And I am going to select an event back up here, and I'm going to call it a lead. And you're not going to include a value, and then you're going to hit confirm. I'll just have to delete this after the fact. And then you hit finish setup, and that's done. So I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want to mess up my page. And I'm going to hit finish setup. It's telling me I didn't change anything, I know. And then it will be like, do you love us? And I decline to respond. So now you have a lead event. And the last little thing is if you were setting up In the events manager, it asked me to link to the ad account that I'm going to be using, so that should be fine. But as an added step, just in case, what you can do is you can go to business settings. So I came over to the left, I clicked the hamburger menu for all tools, and business settings is a gear. Usually it's in like 3 different spots in this menu. So if you look long enough, you'll find it if it's not in the shortcuts. So I'm hitting business settings. Cool, they changed something. Shocker. Shocker, they've changed things. And then under data sources, data sets and pixels. And you can see my teaching pixel is showing up here. You can't delete pixels, which is why you can see I have a bunch of dead pixels. These are just me renaming them. They're not currently tracking anything. What I usually do when I want to create a new pixel is I will zombify and resurrect one of the dead pixels just to keep my flow less cluttered, because now I have this teaching pixel forever. But in here, right now, it's got the conversions API set up that we added. I'm going to hit assign people so that I can use it, and I'm going to add me. Here is me. And since it's my pixel, I'm going to have full control. If you have somebody working with you, like an assistant or an ads professional, you shouldn't give them full control. You should give them partial access as a protection. Less likely to get hacked that way. Assuming that the person you're working with is good and wouldn't create problems, there could still be problems with more entry points for hackers. So now I've added me, and then connected assets. You can see the ad account was added during setup, but I can connect additional, just like this. So I could connect my Molly Fitz account if I wanted to. And now when I go to set up ads, it will show up. And I'll be able to do lead ads. I'll be able to do sales ads. The pixel will track whatever I need now. So I hope that was helpful and showed you how to get this done, since it's a little bit more complex than doing the Shopify pixel, where Shopify handles everything. That's how you do the Facebook pixel. And I don't see any comments or anything. I wasn't expecting it, since this is a stealth live. But if you see this later and you have questions, pop them in the chat. I'll add the written directions. Hope this helps. Bye.